I should have turned around and gone back into the house as soon as I saw him. That would have been really silly, since he'd already spotted me. "Eugeena Patterson, what's wrong with you? Get it together, woman." I took a peek at my neighbor again. A quiver started in my stomach as I walked down the stone pathway in front of my home. The change of life had already paid a visit, so I certainly couldn't blame my hormones for making my knees turn to jelly. More than likely, my anxiousness had to do with being a widow almost 3 years. The loneliness of my home, once occupied by a family of 5, had grown claustrophobic. Being officially retired only a few days ago, after 30 years of service as a social studies teacher, didn't help matters. All this free time on my hands made me act peculiar. I couldn't believe that at my age, with 3 grown children and now 3 grandbabies, I had become infatuated with some man, an old one, but not bad looking, as far as I can tell with my new bifocals. If only he wouldn't be looking at me. Over the shrubbery that separated our property, Amos Jones waved at me. What could I do but be neighborly? I plastered a smile on my face and waved back. Lord, please don't let me say anything crazy. So often I ended up feeling like I'd just put one of my size 9 feet in my mouth. With as much tact as I could, I smoothed down my Patterson family reunion shirt around my hips, which didn't outline my rolls anymore. Praise the Lord. One good thing about walking, I'd lost 30 pounds. My steps even felt lighter. I never had an hourglass figure, mind you, but at least my pants weren't riding up between my thighs. That would have been too embarrassing. Sure enough, as I reached the sidewalk, Amos drove his lawnmower alongside me. The way he grinned, one would have thought his mode of transportation resembled a shiny red sports car. Men and their toys, especially the ones with wheels. My impression of him remained the same as the first time I saw him over a year ago. He reminded me of Harry Belafonte, one of those men who managed to look more distinguished with age. Now me? At 59, I look nothing at all like the younger version of myself. Not that I was ever a beauty queen. "How are you doing this morning, Mr. Amos?" My cheeks burned from grinning. "You got your grass looking all good, as usual." My right eyelid started to twitch. I hoped he didn't think I was batting my eyelashes. I wasn't. The sun's rays had thrown an awful glare on my glasses. I positioned my hand against my forehead. "Good morning, Eugeena." Amos tipped a straw hat. That hat had probably seen better days. It curled up around Amos's balding head, fitting like a worn baseball glove. Little tufts of white hair peeked out around the sides and the back. Amos must have handled a tractor at some point in his life. Those denim overalls spoke farm boy to me. But his deep brown eyes mirrored a sophistication that defied the look he had going. I shook my head, realizing those same eyes were gazing back at me with a puzzled expression. "Focus, Eugeena." I cleared my throat. "Did you say something?" "I said I see you're out for your morning walk." He'd noticed.